Hello everyone, so welcome to the top 15 best Marvel Legends of the year. There were so many Marvel Legends this year that I personally collected that I felt, yeah, they deserve to be I really need to do 15. I was originally going to do 20, then I thought, no, 25, then I thought 30, then I thought, no, do 10. Then when making 10, I was like, I'll put these as honorable mentions, and then making this video, I just realized, no, I can't. So, let's just start off with these sort of 5. You could consider them honorable mentions. They aren't really, in my mind, honorable mentions. They are a part of this list. I'm doing top 15 only because it's just cool. I like it. If you do want to see top 10 worst Marvel Legends of the year, please type that in the comments below. I promise who number 1 won't be. He might still be on the list, but number 1 won't be Cannonball. I actually like that figure. Yes, he has no legs, but again, I'm fine with him not having legs. Anyway, some rules, some stuff. I did not pick up every figure this year. There are 2 in particular that would have been on this list if I did pick them up. It is the Uncanny X-Men, Deadpool, that new one. I would definitely put him on this list. And then definitely Beast. I did not find Beast anywhere. So yeah. I mean, we got a lot of waves. We got 3 in the beginning of the year. And that was great for me to collect. Then we got 3 really solid movies from this year. We got Captain Marvel, then we got Endgame, then we got Spider-Man Far From Home. All 3 of these movies definitely had a lot of figures, and Endgame got 3 waves, Captain Marvel got 1, and some side figures. I mean, Captain Marvel did get the best, get the second best for them, because she got the Target exclusive, and the other one. Spider-Man only got stuck with a wave, and technically you could sign that 2-pack, but that was for Homecoming. So, let's start off this list. Now, I know this guy is sort of bad at 15, but he is a really nostalgic character for me. I hope that ratchet joint helped you. With Nighthawk. Nighthawk is a fantastic character. I loved him ever since I was a kid, when I started reading about him. And, you know, I like him. I like him a lot. I did a whole video on his backstory, and I kind of want to extend that series with some other characters. But, you know, I love him. He's so cool, so good. I love him. But I understand this is like the bare minimum they could have done to make me love a figure. If they made a totally new sculpt, did a totally good redesign, made a great Nightwing, I would admit this guy is trash, but I doubt that we will ever get another Nightwing figure. But I do like him. So, let's get on to number 14. Which, number 14, I wasn't gonna buy him, but I needed him to complete a wave, which I do have completed now, except for Nightcrawler, but I got that piece from my cousin. Thank you, Kean. But yeah, this guy, I sort of like him. It is the X-Force Wolverine. When I heard that they were making an X-Force Wolverine with his whole Wendigo wave, I went, I'm probably not going to buy him. Because if you don't know, I'm a big fan of Wolverine. He was my first ever Marvel Legend, and that is my favorite Marvel Legend. It is the Tiger Stripe Wolverine. That was one of my favorite suits, but besides that, the X-Force suit I really did like. So, I wanted to pick up a nice version of the X-Force suit, since we weren't going to get one from Marvel Legends for a while, I thought. I bought the Mezco one. I love that figure. It just beat all my expectation, and then when this guy came out, I was like, oh, God, I don't want to buy him. Now that I have him, I really do like him. He's starting to grow on me. The arm hair really is good. That's also a problem from the original and the updated 80th anniversary one. He's got great claws that have nice little bends to him, which I like. That makes it look more comic bookish, makes it more dynamic. So yeah, I really do like him. Is he great? Not by a long shot, but I do like him. I think he was a great update to a old figure while still keeping true to a good figure. Let's move on to number 13. 13 is a figure that I recently picked up, and recently, yesterday. She came in the mail, with another figure who will be on this wave, who I can't wait to review because I am liking this wave so far, and it's a wave that I've jumped full into. It is Valkyrie. Valkyrie is fantastic. She's one of my favorite characters right now because she's pretty cool. She's a funny Jack Sparrow type girl, and I like her. She's nice. She's cool. I do like her when she was in Thor Ragnarok. Endgame, I was like, sweet, yay, she's in it. But I was like, okay, I guess she's in it. I wasn't like ecstatic. I do like this body mold. I think that we needed an armored version because I think the only one that we got was that sort of the one where she picked up Thor. I think that was the only suit that we got. And they did a really good job with her face. I mean, she looks, well, decent. She doesn't look like not like Tessa Thompson. She looks exactly like her. Yeah. I really do like this figure. It is fantastic. And it's really fun to pose around. So let's get down to number 12. 12, if you don't know, that's my lucky number. That's why I did 12 Funko Pops. But this figure was the first build figure. And it is... was it really our first wave? Sort of our first wave of the year. It's the Kree Century. I'm not expecting this guy to pop up on anyone's list. But this guy just did look fantastic. And he looks great. I mean, all the armor detailing is spot freaking on. And I actually have every character in this wave, which is kind of incredible. I love him. I just love his look. His gauntlets are freaking sweet. Legs, sweet. Thighs, sweet. His torso, sweet. Really, I had to get this guy. And, I love him. I love him. Especially for stop motions. He's kind of fun because he's not that much of a popular character. You can sort of do anything with him since he is a robot. Sticking to the topic of Kree, it is Jan-Rog. Oh, no, it's not. That's a really bad figure that I don't like. It's Genis Vell, a figure that I like much more than him. Jan-Rog is not on this list. I promise that. I love Genis Vell. I love the original Captain Marvel, so when this guy got announced, I was really ecstatic. And the way that they made his, I guess, skin... Is that the right word? I don't know if I really should say skin. His suit. The way that they made his suit look is fantastic. The little sparkly bits inside of the black plastic really gives that illusion of sort of like pulled cosmic energy into one ball. I really like that idea. I love his helmet. I love his suit. I love everything about him. Mine did have a really faulty wrist joint. If he didn't have that faulty wrist joint, it would probably be further up on my list. But, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? So, yeah, number 11, Genis Vell. Now we're at number 10, the official list, if you want to believe it that way, but I don't think it's that way. This is a figure that when they announced, I had to buy, not only because it's a great 2-pack, but it's a great deal to get Colossus, who is one of my pretty favorite characters. I really want to see Marvel do him right, Disney do him right, because really he is good, but I think just Disney has to do him. Fox really didn't understand what was with Colossus, so they made us a really kind of bad version. I could imagine a really good one. I know Disney Plus is really sticking nicely with all the sort of like with how they're gonna make them X-Men. I trust them fully, especially since, if you don't know, there's sort of been confirmation about Deadpool 3 going around, which I'm going to be ecstatic for. So yeah, this guy looks freaking awesome. Fox did do him right in the Deadpool series. I'm thinking Disney can take that a step further and make him amazing in a PG-13 movie. Because, he was really a PG-13 character just stuck in an R film. Now, number 9 is a figure that I also received quite recently, and it's of one of my favorite characters from the start of the MCU. It is Heimdall. Ooh, yes. This whole wave has been one of my favorites of the year. Because it's a really solid wave. We got a nice Vision, a nice Iron Man, a really bad Captain America, but they tried, you know. And then getting a Heimdall and Valkyrie and having a whole fat Thor wave is pretty awesome. So yeah, I really do like this guy. I love his coat. I haven't had time to review him, so I will review him probably tomorrow. I plan on reviewing him very soon, very early. But yeah, I love him. I love him. He is great. Definitely, if you're gonna try to find a figure, find this guy. He's pretty cool. So number 9, Heimdall. Number 8 is a figure that I don't know why people don't really like. I'm fine with it. I really liked it, mainly because it's a pretty badass figure, especially for a pretty cool character. I was excited to see her in the movie, which really kind of I was expecting, because, you know, Gwyneth is an idiot. It's Rescue. I am excited to see more of this Rescue suit, because when they said, hey, when we got those photos of Rescue, I was like, oh, why is it blue? And I was thinking, oh, they're probably shooting on, like, maybe a green screen or a red screen, and the red would look too weird. But then I thought, well, that wouldn't make sense if they're shooting on a green screen or red screen. They always shoot on a blue screen. And then we saw in the movie that it was blue. I'm fine with blue. If you don't know, the comic book version was red and silver. I kind of like that more. But, you know, I think that maybe blue will work better. I don't know. Maybe they would maybe Tony would do it so in case she becomes Iron Man later, that the public isn't like, oh, Iron Man is back, but it's a female. They're like, oh, Rescue. They don't see it as Iron Man. They see it as a new suit, a new character, a new person. I don't know. Tony's really weird with his color coordination. I do like this one because of the double jointed elbows. That was the first. That's the third figure to do that. But it is the first armored figure to do that. If you don't know, the first one was Proxima Midnight, who is an alien. I don't really count that. Then we got the Quantum Realm Scarlett Johansson figure. That's really the first female one. And then we got this one, first armored Iron Man female. There's a first for everything, my friends. Anyway, let's move on to number 7. 7? Yep, 7. It is a comic book figure from one of my favorite storylines that I was really excited when they announced. And when we got this photo, the set photo, I was ecstatic. I'm saying that word a lot. I know it's from this X-Men wave, which was the only one that I really got into. I wanted to collect all the X-Men waves, but I can't. My budget just doesn't fit it. It is Boom Boom. She's one of my favorite characters. And this figure really does good. I love the colors. Hot pink isn't something that I usually see, and it brightens up my display a little bit against the really chrome metallic purple of the Sentinel. So I think that's pretty cool. So, yeah, I like her. I'm going to be a little quick with her because I do plan on reviewing her soon. I know I said that like a month ago because it is a character and figure that I like. It is from the Deadpool vs. X-Force line. If you haven't read that series, read it. It's really good. Anyway, number 6. Breaking into the top 5. Top 5. It is, well, about to break into the top 5. It is the big time badass Spider-Man. I really do like this suit. I was a fan of big time Spider-Man, mainly just from a suit look. I liked him because I saw when I was a kid. I always saw like Spider-Man, and then when this one came out, those orange and green are my favorite colors. So using green is my favorite color. That was good. That was good. Good move. Then we got that really bad Marvel Legends version, and then I started watching Sharpest Prime, and I was like, yes, someone who likes big time letdowns, big time Spider-Man as much as I do, I can't stop calling him big time letdown Spider-Man or big time badass Spider-Man. So this one is the big time badass Spider-Man. I think that someone at Hasbro made this purposely just for Shartimus Prime and all his fans. Alright, so at 5, we have the figure that I was pretty excited for. And thinking about it, there's a lot of X-Men on this list. It's kind of cool. Especially considering that I don't have too many X-Men. I sort of have characters from X-Men, but I don't have any real X-Men. So, it is a figure that I bought pretty new. So, Silver Samurai. Yeah, I love this guy. He's great. I love his mainly wrist joints. I love that. That's pretty cool. I love the swords. I love the look. I really can't wait to review him because I want to really go in deep. So yeah, this guy is pretty freaking sweet. Pick him up if you can find him. Anyway, number 4. Number 4 is a figure that I luckily found. And that I'm glad that I found, because he's actually pretty cool, because he's a character that I love. You'll notice I'm saying these characters that I love. It's because most of these figures are characters that I love, that I needed a figure for, and that Hasbro just happened to give us a figure for. But it is Mr. Sinister. Yes. That's all I can say. Mr. Sinister, yes. Articulation, spot on. Look, spot on. That cape, spot on. I love this guy. Pick him up. I don't know why, but just pick him up. Do as he commands. Because he is really good, and I like him. Alright, these are the top 3. Number 4 has passed, Mr. Sinister. Number 3 is a figure, a character. Well, more figure-wise, that I really liked. I liked the movie enough to actually finish the wave. You know, I'm talking about Captain Marvel. And I really did like the figure, the normal suit. I was like, ooh, sweet. This is fantastic. But then, when they announced they'd be making a Walmart exclusive binary form with glowy hair and glowy fist, I went, oh, I need that to accompany my Captain Marvel for stop motions, for poses, for posters. I need it. And I'm a big fan of Captain Marvel, so I definitely had to buy the Captain Marvel binary form. I found this through a trade at my local comic book store. Guy, he had 3 of these, and he wanted a worthy cap, and I happened to pick up 2. I picked up one to keep in box, because I was like, damn, this figure is nice. And then I just was like, oh, I'll take a Captain Marvel in. But really, Walmart has done some of the best exclusives yet this year. And I do think that this fixed the Amy Poehler face. The other one, it was smiling, which really my brain doesn't associate that very super much with Brie Larson. So I was sort of like, oh, this looks like Amy Poehler. Apparently everyone else saw that, so I was like, oh, it's not just my brain. They fixed it, they made the face kind of look like normal stern. Because she wasn't really happy in this movie, she was more just confused. So obviously I was like, well, she's confused. It makes sense she'd be angry. So yeah, she is great. I love the effects. Fantastic. Number 2 is a figure that I was scouting for days upon days upon days. And I found him at Comic-Con. I was happy enough. I am happy enough to put him here mainly because I can say this figure is worth how much I paid for him, which was just a little bit over the normal price. But this figure is a fantastic look-alike to Chris Evans. You probably all expected him to be here or number 1. I really love this guy. There is so much that I could say, but I just can't say it because he has so much perfectness to him that I'm just ecstatic with his look, along with his whole motif that he has, everything that he does and like looks is fantastic. This is a easy number 2 spot. Let's see what's number 1. New challenger approaching. Number 1 and 1.5. I had to do this. It's Jeff Goldblum, Grandmaster. I had to do this. It's fantastic. It is one of the best figures ever. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, let's move on to number 1. The real thing that you came here to see. It is Hulk. Hulk, the 80-year Hulk. This guy's fantastic, amazing, just ecstatic. I love him. He is my number 1. Easily enough, he is number 1. Jeff Goldblum is number 1.5, but you could easily move Jeff Goldblum and Hulk around, I think. This guy really is comic book Hulk. He is Hulk. He is amazing. I love him. That's all I gotta say. I rambled on in the beginning, and then I just went through fast as I can at the end. Thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you again tomorrow with a new video on how to properly wash your sink.